keep it real with ya.
Yes, Sadie. Yes, Sadie. I literally just started. Okay, can you give me a second? Give me a second, okay? Okay. Just gonna show off my blanket here. Let me show you this. Come on, Sadie. There we go. There we go. Hello, ma'am. You gonna sit down? Are you gonna sit down and be normal? Or are you gonna be extra? Hey everybody, it's me, Minu, back with another video. See my shirt? You've seen this shirt before. Um, I have things that I want to talk about. I have things that I plan to talk about. I have things that I plan to do. None of those things have panned out for me this week. So I'm going to give you guys an update on how I've been doing. I've taken a bit of a break because I made so many Brandy videos. So, and I mean, I needed that break. Don't get me wrong. I needed that break. I had a lot of adulting I needed to do. But I had taken a break and I hadn't recorded things in a while because I recorded a lot of the Brandy videos like all at the same time. So I'm going to tell you guys about how I'm doing. If you don't care, as usual, I'm going to have timestamps. You can go down to the chapters and you can skip the whole how is Minu doing, is she okay section and get straight to like the meat of the conversation. But if you do care, hi, thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you for clicking on the video and wondering about how I'm doing. I will tell you. It's a very cloudy day, which is why it is not very bright in here. So again, like I say, like when I record this, I don't see myself as well as I do when I'm on like my desktop. So hopefully everything you're seeing looks way better than what I'm seeing because I'm not going to re-record anything. I'm just not. So let's start off with the hair. So with the hair, I was going to try and do like do some more twist and kind of show that off in a video. But I'm tired. I'm tired. I got a lot going on. I'm very tired. So I've had this hairstyle for about 2 weeks. It'll be 3 weeks next week if I don't do anything over the weekend. And it's literally just like I did 2 flat twists in the front here, and then in the back, if I can untangle them. And then I did 2 flat twists to the back. So it kind of like this. And what I've been doing throughout the week is I just been like, I wrapped them around each other so that they could be pinned to the back. So then all you see is this in the front. I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to do something that would give me a little more access to my scalp. Like, so that I can like scratch when I want to. And then I can like spray the moisturizer when I want to, because the most itchy part of my hair is like towards the front. So I just wanted to have that area kind of more open so that I can really get in there and moisturize like I want it to. So yes, I know that this piece is like sticking off to the side, and it does that. When I wrap my hair at night in the scarf, these don't sit right because my hair is at a weird length for me where, I mean, it's a good length, but it shrinks. And so it's in a length to where when I wrap it in a scarf, there's no perfect way to lay my hair down. It's just not. It's either going to be, I try to push it to the back so it looks like that when I wrap it, and then I pull it out. But sometimes I push it to the back and then it comes out like this, and that piece just wants to stick to the side for no reason, and that's just black hair. Work has been stressful. And it's like, how do I say this? I'm getting a lot better at my work boundaries. I'm getting a lot better. Like, to me, these are computer people. Like, I do not lose sleep over stressful work anymore. I know a lot of you, they're not up anymore, but like the videos I made about my old job was like, oh my God. Like, yeah, it was very, very stressful. It was impacting my mental health. Here it's like, I'm not going to let y'all stress me about this. I'm not. I don't work in the hospital. People are not dying. I'm not going to let them stress me. But it did happen one day last week where I ended up working 12 hours because I'm in a position where I have to be on top of everybody. And there was a lot of people not doing what they were supposed to be doing. And there was a lot of people who were doing not what I told them to do. So I had to be on top of everybody. And I'm lucky that I have a manager who's actually in the UK, so she kind of has that UK work culture mindset. Like, she is very well aware that the US got problems. So she has that UK culture mindset, so she's very supportive. And like checking in on me, like, are you okay? You know, everybody seems to be really upset because like I've had people, like, people are so stressed at my job, like they vaping, they drinking wine, some of them about to cry, some of them are like having panic attacks. I'm like, y'all, it ain't that serious. It is not that serious. You know, I mean, maybe somebody told them they was gonna lose their job. I don't know. But even if you told me I was gonna lose my job, like, it ain't that serious. I'll go find another job. You're not about to have me out here crying over a job. Like, this is a check. And that was one thing I liked about my manager. She was like, you could do this job anywhere. What makes people want to work here is how I act as a manager, like the culture that I create. And I really appreciated that, because people at jobs, they want you to pretend like you don't want to be anywhere else in the world, and that you could not do anything else in the world. You could not work at any other company but this company. Like, you've been dreaming of working at this company for years. Like, they want you to do all that stuff. That's stupid. I don't care about that. So I'm glad that my UK manager understands, like, this is a job. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not letting people stress me out that much. I'm not losing sleep. I caught myself thinking about work one day, like as I was going to bed, and I was like, stop it. Nope, 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 nope. Ain't nothing I'm doing right now but going to sleep, or watching TV. When I close, and I tell them, when I close my computer, Sadie, stop messing with the door. Actually, that's probably, no, it was Sadie. Okay. Before I close my computer, I mute my computer, because that thing be going off in the middle of the night with a little ping, ping, ping. No, I'm not doing that. I mute my computer when I close it. So I don't deal with, you know, them little late night messages. You know, if I get off at 4 and you message me at 6:55, I'm going to reply to you tomorrow when I get in. It ain't that crucial. It ain't not that crucial to me. And I'm not hourly anymore, so I don't get overtime for working at 12 hours. So I was just like, y'all got me messed up. The next day I will be getting off at 12. Don't message me after that. Sorry, just not gonna be here. Taking my time back. And that's kind of like the attitude that I've had towards work, which is really good. I'm very proud of myself there. But the thing that has me so stressed and so tired is that I found a vet for Sadie and Morticia, and I was torn because there was one that everybody recommended, but they was like, it's 5-week waiting period for new people. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And then there was another one that was like kind of close to me that seemed to be good. They had good pricing and stuff. Like, they only charge you for one exam if you bring the cats at the same time. But then I found this other place that had a lot of reviews, like almost 500 reviews, and like 4.8 stars. And I was like, wow, that's really good. And a lot of reviews about cats and how they treat cats. But they are more expensive. So I decided to go to them because they had an opening like the next day when I called. And I really liked how they were just very attentive. Like, they could tell me all the things that they do when it comes to cats and how they deal with cats that are like aggressive or anxious, and the best vet techs for when I want to bring my cats in. They tell me about their special cat rooms that they have that is nice and quiet and separated from like the dogs and everything. I sent them the girls' records, and they called me back in like an hour or so, like, hey, we looked through all the records and here's some stuff we noticed about Sadie's record and, you know, her behavior and all that stuff. And so they were just very, very attentive about everything and very enthusiastic. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go out to them. I was at the vet for 3 hours. I ended up paying them $250. And that's actually a discount because they actually took off Morticia's exam. They gave me that as a courtesy. So it would have been $300 or over $300. But they were nice enough to comp me on Morticia's exam, because really the issue was that Sadie acted a damn fool. And it was so stressful and it was so embarrassing. And because it's like she acts so fine at home. Like, she has a few moments, like once or twice a year, where she gets like really anxious and riled up. But like, when she goes to the vet, she just has to terrorize everyone. So we were there for 3 hours because of Sadie. And what happened was they brought in their top tier vet tech. I tell you, this woman has 9 cats and half of them are aggressive cats. They brought her in. Sadie scratched her. And Sadie was not happy, but she observed a lot of Sadie's behaviors and kind of like adapted to everything. And so she was like telling me about my different options, because other vets had told me there was nothing else that they can do. They was like, if you can't get Sadie to take this pill, then that's it. That's it. You can't get her to take this specific medication. That's it. There's nothing else we can do for you. And they would give Sadie back, and they would send me home. You know what I mean? And they were like, no, there's plenty of other stuff you can do. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, we can do a whole behavior plan. We have something called happy visits, where she just comes here to just hang out with some of the vet techs to just get her used to being around them with nothing happening. We understand that touching her paws are a trigger, so we could, work on that. And I'm like, I work on touching Sadie's paws all the time because I need them to get trimmed. But they were very, very nice. Sadie scratched me up pretty good too. I have like, she scratched me up on my hand over here. My thumb has like some skin peeled back. She got me across the back of my wrist, and it was really wild. So the vet came in, and the vet like literally was very, very nice, very soft spoken, got down on her level. And she was like, okay, well, we know she's really smart and she won't take her gabapentin anymore. So how about we try some ketamine? I said, I don't really know what that is, but you do you. Because she was like, if you can't give her meds at home, we can give her meds here, but it's going to cost you. So it was about $125 for them to squirt some ketamine in Sadie's mouth. Because they was like, oh, she hisses a lot. So when she opens her mouth to hiss, I'll just squirt the ketamine in. And I was like, oh, you're better than me. I can't get nowhere near Sadie's mouth. But so that's what the vet does. And then they literally leave us in there, and we wait for Sadie to just, calm the fuck down. I was hoping she would fall asleep. But she fought the ketamine. And I was like, this girl's crazy. They were like, is she really on 300 milligrams of gabapentin? I've never given a cat that. And I'm like, look, they gave me as much as possible just to see if I can get anything in this girl. And I can't. She won't do it. So the ketamine took effect. And when they came in, she was cool for a minute. The vet had to examine her because they're like, if I'm going to give her drugs, I have to examine her, which is going to be an exam fee. And they literally like put a towel over her head while she faced the wall and just like rubbed her a lot, just like patted her a lot, while she was growling and hissing. And then, I would say before they gave her the ketamine too, this was the big thing that upset me. Morticia was chilling. Morticia was chilling in her cat carrier, like whatever. I don't care what's going on with Sadie. Just the same shit we do all the time. We go somewhere and Sadie got to act a damn fool. So Morticia was just chilling. She was just like, But Sadie was freaking out so much because they was trying to put her in a cat bag. And she was freaking out so much that she jumped off the table and jumped into Morticia's cat carrier, beat up Morticia, and pushed Morticia as far back in the cat carrier as possible, and would not move, would not come out. And if we tried to get close to the carrier, she swatted and scratched at us. And I was like, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. You're not doing Morticia like this. No, ma'am. So I literally had to tip the whole thing over upside down so that both of them would fall out. And then Sadie jumped back into another cat carrier, and I let Morticia run and hide. Because Morticia was not doing nothing. She didn't do nothing. But Sadie knew she couldn't fight the humans, so she went after Morticia. And that was disrespectful. So now that they gave her the ketamine, they were able to put her in the cat bag. They had to bring out, they had their top tier cat vet tech. And then they had another vet tech that they was like, this one don't flinch. Because you can't flinch when you're with Sadie. You can't show no weakness when you're with Sadie. But you also can't try to be tough. It's a very fine line when it comes to interacting with Sadie. You can't be tough, but you can't be weak. That's it. So they got her in a cat bag, and they literally they held her. They never scruffed because they're a fear-free hospital, which is nice. They never scruffed her, but they put her in that bag and they kind of swaddled her while they pulled out a foot at a time to trim her nails. Her nails were so long and so sharp. And I knew they were sharp because she'd been killing me. Just from sitting on my lap, she'd been killing me. But her nails were so sharp that she was poking her nails through the cat bag. The bag that is designed to hold cats, she was literally putting her nails through the cat bag. You could see them. I was like, shit, clip them holes right there. They were so long and they were so sharp. And they're way longer and sharper than Morticia's. Like, Morticia has soft paws that were supposed to come off in like a month. Most of her soft paws were still on her feet. Her nails don't get that long. Sadie's nails were ridiculously sharp. But they were able to trim them. And the vet tech, who has, like I said, she has 9 cats and a bunch of them are aggressive cats. After she finished like trimming Sadie's nails, she just held her for a minute. She was like, I'm going to hold you and I'm going to pet you and I'm going to love on you. You can't do nothing about it. And that's when I knew, I was like, these people are more expensive, but they're the ones I need to be going to. Because they literally was like, we can write up a whole medical plan for Sadie and make sure that we know exactly what to do when she gets here. Now, they are saying that every time I bring her, they are going to have to give her ketamine, which is, again, like I said, like $120, $130. So that, but they're hoping that after a certain period of time, they'll be able to do like the desensitization visits where she just hangs out there with the vet techs. And eventually she can do it without drugs, because they're like, it's obvious that she has some kind of vet trauma. And I'm like, yeah, the vets that I brought Sadie to, they were affordable, but yeah, they scruff. They try to like, they restrain the cats very aggressively because they don't want to get scratched or bitten. And they just like, rah, and she doesn't like that. But yeah, and so it was a very different experience for me. And they were very, very patient, very understanding. They even told me, they was like, does she have a murder doll? I was like, fuck is a murder doll? And they were like, just a toy that she likes to bite and kick and beat up on. And I was like, actually, she does. She and Morticia share. It's actually a Jackson Galaxy thingy, sent something. But it's like this long purple thing. And if you guys follow me on Instagram and Discord, you have seen those videos. You've seen the videos and the pictures of them playing with it. And literally, that's what Sadie will do. She will bite on it and she will kick the crap out of it. She'll dig her claws in it, all of that stuff. And so whenever she tries to start getting crazy with me, like you've seen the pictures of her like getting on my feet and everything like that, and like trying to like bite my feet or attach herself to my ankle, I put that thing right in her face and she goes for it. And Morticia loves it too. She likes to throw it across the room. I still haven't caught her actually doing it, but I will see her playing with it and then I will look away and then it will fly across the room. I don't know how she's throwing it, but but they love it. They love it to death. And so they were like, yeah, bring that, because it seems like that's what she wanted to do. She got mad and she started like biting the towel and everything. And yeah, you could totally bring that and let her bite it and kick it and take out all her aggression on it. But then they also told me not to bring Sadie and Morticia together anymore because Sadie had the nerve to disrespect Morticia the way she did. Coming home, usually after going to the vet, I'm just gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide. Sadie's sneaking food. I'm gonna let it slide because I'm about to tell you what else happened when we got home. So we get home. It's like 6 p.m. at this point. And I think Sadie was so stressed that she didn't realize that the food was waiting on her. So Morticia ate her food and Sadie's food. So I had to give Sadie more food. But Sadie decided that instead of relaxing and, taking a nap like she usually do when I take her from the vet, she decided that she wasn't done, that she was still with the shits. So she went after Morticia. So she's hissing and growling at Morticia. She's following her around. Morticia's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you acting like this? Like, she was genuinely like, we don't do this. Like, we're at home. Calm down. And Sadie was like, no, I don't want to calm down. I want to fight you. I want to fight you. I want to bite you. I want to scratch you. Like, me and you is beef all day, all night. And I literally had to put Sadie in timeout multiple times because everywhere Morticia, she wouldn't even let Morticia be in other rooms. And so I was like, damn, did we just regress for 2 years? Like, she didn't want Morticia anywhere that she could see or hear her. Morticia would go around the corner and Sadie would go behind her. She wouldn't even let her be around the corner. I sat Sadie in my lap to try and calm her down. The second she saw Morticia, she was looking up at her and they were making eye contact and they was like very aggressive. And I tried to like use my blanket to cover Sadie's face. I was like this. And Sadie was like moving around the blanket, got up, moved around the blanket so that she could see Morticia so that she can like assert her dominance over her or come after her. And so because they kept doing that, and I was not going to let them fight. I know people say, let them fight it out. No, I'm not letting them fight it out. Because I know the difference between what's going to be they going to fight and Morticia's going to win and she's going to walk away and Sadie's just going to sit there. And Sadie's going to probably draw blood. You know what I mean? Because it felt like we had regressed. Oh, Sadie's laying down. That's good. Because it felt like we had regressed by like 2 years. And Morticia's no stranger to this behavior. So when Sadie got crazy with her, Morticia got crazy back. And I didn't know who to put in timeout because Morticia was like, we not doing this. I'm not 6 pounds no more. Okay? You want to come at me? I'm going to come at you. What's up? Oh, you want to follow me in the room? I'm going to chase you out of the room and down the hallway and around the corner. So I had to alternate between putting Morticia and Sadie in the bathroom for timeout. Mostly Sadie in timeout because she couldn't calm down. Morticia was more like, I'm going to show you like who I am and then we going to be cool. And Sadie was like, ain't no cool. Ain't no cool tonight. It's beef all night. And so when I went to bed, I had to keep Morticia in the bathroom all night so that Sadie could get more comfortable and calm down and sleep in the room with me. And then in the morning, I swapped them around again and then I let them eat breakfast, which kind of went okay. They ate their breakfast next to each other like they do every day. But then Sadie started getting a little antsy, so she had to go back in timeout. And then Morticia eventually went up and got on the very, very top of the cat tree. And Morticia's very much like when she doesn't feel comfortable or safe, she goes high. And Sadie's very like, she goes low. So Sadie's like under things and trying to like hiss at Morticia from under the bed, under the couch, all of that stuff. So Morticia is at the very top of the cat tree. If Sadie wants business with her, Sadie's going to have to climb all the way up to the top of the cat tree, which is going to be difficult for her because she bottom heavy. She got hips. She don't do well jumping up and down. So Morticia, as I'm recording this now, Morticia is up at the top of the cat tree, sleeping, and Sadie can't get to her. So Sadie's seemed to have calmed down. Matter of fact, let me take this camera. I'm going to show you. There you are. Hey, Sadie. Hey, Sadie. Hey, BB. Yeah, this is a camera. You be so annoyed when I put the camera in your face. You be like, why is she doing this? Why does she always have to give me attention? I'm just trying to relax. So her tail isn't wagging as much, but it's still kind of wagging because she's still irritated. I forget you're so smooth and black. Sadie. The tail says no. Let me try to zoom. Hey, baby. I love you. But yeah, the way I was talking just now, that's the way that I was talking to her at the vet. They did say that it seemed like she did better with me being there. Because originally they were just going to like take the cats to the back and bring them back. And I was like, nah, I need to be in a room with Sadie. I need to calm her down. And I will say, as I was talking with one of the vet techs before I left, she was like, I could tell that you know, that they really love you and you treat them well, because even though Sadie was acting a fraganaca fool, I still regularly picked her up and held her, cradled her like a baby. Literally threw her across my chest and she wrapped her arms around my neck, and she didn't scratch my neck or bite me or growl at me or anything like that. She just kind of calmed down for a second, like, oh, I'm being held. Okay. But then she was like, okay, but you can let me down now. So even though she was swatting, because when she sees hands, she swats, even though she was doing all of that, I was still able to like pick her up, and she knew not to bite, scratch my neck or my face or anything like that. Like, she wasn't dangerous like that. So I think this is a good vet to go to, even like I said, even though it's more expensive, because having vet techs that have like multiple cats, that have experience with shelter cats, that have experience with aggressive cats who need to be medicated often. Like the vet tech, she was like, I love aggressive cats. You know, I've worked a lot with cats in the shelter, and hey, Morticia, I worked a lot with cats in the shelter, and I took the ones that nobody else wanted. So I have a lot of aggressive cats, and I've worked with them so that they could all get along with each other. And I was like, sis, I need you to come to my house. I need you to come to my house. And actually, too, like this was yesterday, but the vet, they actually called me back today to say, how is Sadie doing? Is she okay? How's she doing when she came home? And I told them, and they're like, okay, we'll let the vet know, and they'll call you on Tuesday to check in on you. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Very, very nice people. But yeah, I'm tired. It was a lot of stuff going on last night between the two of them, and then me trying to like go to bed and stuff. I went to bed really late. I just wanted to give you guys like, you know, that update on that. I did post in the Discord about some of it. Sorry, this became an entire video versus just the intro, but I want you to know how I'm doing. And since this is the entire video, cat stuff. Morticia has come down from the cat tree. She is in the room. Sadie is watching her. Sadie's ear is like pointing towards me because she knows I'm talking to her, but Sadie's not going after her. So, Sadie, can you look back over here? Thank you. She's not going after her. She's just watching her very intensely. So, fingers crossed that they can get back to normal. I really don't want to regress 2 years. The way Sadie was going after Morticia was just crazy. And it was just so disrespectful for her to like do her the way she did her in the vet. And I feel really bad for Morticia. You BBs. God damn it. Stop it, you two. Sadie? 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 Morticia came to try and love you and you smacked her. That's not fair. That's not nice, Sadie. Sadie. Where are you, Morticia? You okay, baby? Morticia's really standing her ground. She's like, look, I'm going to be here. And this is how Morticia was even when I first got her. She was like, well, Sadie, I can tell that you have a lot of stress on you and that there's a lot going on with you, but I'm going to be here. I'm going to be in the space. Sadie, can I get some attention, please? Can you look at me for a little bit? Sadie, Sadie, can you stop staring her down? Thank you. Thank you, baby. Where you at? Down here? Okay. I'm going to end the video here because I have to record probably 1, maybe even 2 more videos for you guys. But thank you guys so much for clicking on the video, for listening to me ramble about myself and how I'm doing. I'm promise I'm going to make some more videos that are not just about me. But, you know, I use these videos, I use this channel to like process things. And I know a lot of you love the cats and you love seeing the cats and you love hearing about the cats. So I thought I'd give you an update on how the cats were doing. As always, like I always say, you know, take care of yourself because you deserve it. Drink your water, eat your food, take your naps. Nobody can live in this body for you. So you have to do it. Unfortunately, I wish someone could nap for me. I love you guys and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.